You're watching Dateline, winner of 1998 Emmy Awards for Investigative Journalism, Outstanding Breaking News Coverage, and Outstanding Coverage of a Continuing News Story.
After years in a wheelchair, David took his first few halting steps, exceeding expectations of his treatment. David says until his treatment, nothing had worked. He couldn't stand or walk at all.
How long can you stand now, and how far can you walk?
I can stand 10 to 12 minutes. I could take 40 steps.
If David Clemens, after 3, 4, 5 years of absolute inability to locomote, could now stand up and walk, it would be earth-shaking. Do I think he's lying? Of course I don't. Do I think there may be some placebo effect? Of course I do.
But David's hometown physician, Dr. George Brown, has known David since he was 2 years old and attributes his improvements to MTT.
How could this person who has documented weakness of his muscles and his respiratory problems, which he has no control over, suddenly improve? You know, there's just no placebo effect. I'm sure of that.
There is not a single scintilla of evidence that any of the claims he's made up to the present have any validity whatsoever.
So would you recommend this treatment as it is today to every muscular dystrophy patient?
Yes.
Without question?
Yes. I feel like I'm gaining back my independence to a point, you know. 40 steps might not seem a lot, but to me, taking 40 steps is like you run a marathon and winning it.
Dr. Law has filed a defamation lawsuit against several people he says criticized him publicly. As for David, he now says he's taking up to 70 steps, though with some assistance.
Listen to what Leon Charash says about Peter Law today.
His work is invalid. Come on.
You have likened what he's doing to a snake oil operation.
Yes, it's worse than a snake oil operation.
What happens to the scientist who elects to work outside that system?
You get crucified. You get crucified tremendously. And they will tell you that beforehand. You better stop doing it. If you don't do it, if you don't go according to us, we will nicely and cleverly destroy you.
Did they tell you that?
Yes, Dr. Leon Cherish told me that.
I don't think I used the word crucify, but I said, Peter, you're making a serious mistake. The work that's being done here is pioneer work. It's of extraordinary medical importance and historic importance. The era of applying molecular genetics is upon us. This may be the first instance in which there's been a direct clinical application.
Would you welcome Dr. Leon Charash right there?
This year has seen a number of spectacular triumphs for muscular dystrophy research. We're about to meet the first family to have been initiated in a breakthrough treatment called myoblast transfer therapy, a treatment which is entirely without precedent in all of medical history. And a number of other children have been similarly treated, and the results are really very, very promising. The next step for Sam, Dr. Law is going to go into stage 2, where a large group of bigger muscles will be treated. But Mrs. Lubery.
When Sam was diagnosed, the doctors told us there was no treatment, no cure, and virtually no hope. And now, 3 years later, Sam has had the first myoblast treatment, and it has been successful.
但请听他在 CDRF 开业前1个月又是怎么说的。
I still think that it would be a very important tie between with this organization and MDA. I still think,
but I don't think they can do it. I think it's a problem for them.
Yes, I think that, you know, instead of just pushing us out and say that, look, this is something, you know, that we don't want, rather, you know, MDA could in fact be the parent organization of this.
Well, they could be, but I'd be fearful that it would be the opposite.
Yes. Yes.
That they would assail us, I think.
Yes.
That's going to be their position.
Yes. But, you know, after all, both of us are in the development of the treatment. And
I know. I think you're the number one scientist in the country doing this work. You will always be recognized as such, but I'd indicated to you, I fear that it's going to end up being a very ugly situation. Attempts will be made to tarnish your work. People did that even when you were working with the umbrella of the university and the umbrella of MDA and so on.
Yes.
Without that umbrella, you're going to the sharp knives will be brought out even faster. Scientifically, you don't need my advice. I mean, I'm not in your league, but in terms of this particular advice, I can give you because I know enough to say that you can end up. Who knows? You could end up getting a Nobel Prize for all I know, but I think you're running a risk of tarnishing your research. They're going to say that you've abandoned science to make money. Let me tell you, it's going to end up being said that you have decided to exploit your reputation and all the thousands of families with muscular dystrophy who want to have treatment, and that what you're doing is you're going to commercialize on it, and that it's going to end up being really very bad.
It is not being commercialized, and
well,
it is...
I'll tell you that that's the way it's going to sound.
Who's going to be doing that?
Everybody.
Oh, God. That's not right.
Well, I'm not saying what's right.
Right.
I'm not saying what's true. I'm saying what's going to happen. I know in my own heart that what you're doing it is because you want to advance the research and you're anxious to see it. But I think it's going to turn out badly. I think you may end up with charges leveled against you of a variety of different sorts, and I think you get into trouble. No matter what you say,
yes,
you are going to be perceived as having a profit-making facility.
Yeah.
I mean, this firefighter's out to raise millions of dollars on your behalf. That's not to go to get free treatment somewhere. Do you understand? It is going to be, and it'll be even more...
It is not treatment, it will be research.
Well, listen,
that's the difference.
For research, okay? Patients who are being treated aren't expected to pay for the research. You're too honest, you're too decent, you've got too good a heart, you see the world in nice, clean terms. The world's not going to see you the same way as you see the world. The advantage of proceeding the way you're planning to is that you won't have your hands tied, and you can move more quickly, and you'll have the freedom to make your own decisions.
Yes.
The disadvantage is you're going to become alienated from the scientific community, from the university, from voluntary agencies, and I think you will find them attacking you. And MDA will attack you.
But the FDA has been supportive of
this.
this.
Would have to attack you more than anybody else.
Why?
Because this fireman said that you told him you'd cure.
Tell him what?
You would cure him.
No, there's no such thing.
Peter, I know.
No, there's no such thing.
20 people have heard it. Let me tell you this. These people are not asleep, and they're not asleep at the switch.
Yes.
You're going to be crucified.
Yes.
Your name is going to be mud. They will skillfully and nicely destroy you. But with regrets and with pain and with anguish, Peter, let me tell you this. You're going to be unfairly painted.
Yes.
I said, as an individual who is exploiting desperation of people, promising things that he can't fulfill, and utilizing his reputation to make financial profit out of it.
We have no financial profit whatsoever.
I know.
Yes.
You're going to lose your reputation. You're going to lose your career. You're going to lose your standing in the community. Peter, I think a lot of people were jealous. I've heard jealous of the way I know you were greeted with great. I wasn't in Munich, but I was told. I don't want to discuss too much, but people said that when you reached Munich, they were like you were applauded like you were, and a lot of people are jealous of that.
MDA 医学咨询委员会和科学咨询委员会的成员 Eric Hoffman、Terry Partridge 和 Mariana Zatz 因诽谤、重伤以及合同侵权行为给罗教授以及 CTRF 造成了巨大的经济损失而被提起诉讼，要求其作出声明并强制性赔偿。随后 Eric Hoffman 发表了一封撤回信和道歉信，内容如下：有几次我对田纳西州孟菲斯市的 Peter K. Law 博士和细胞治疗研究基金会发表了一些具有诽谤性的言论， 这些言论是向媒体成员发表的，并在匹兹堡大学的网站上发表。具体来说，我的言论是对罗博士和细胞治疗研究基金会的人品和科学诚信提出质疑。我为这些声明向罗博士和细胞治疗研究基金会公开道歉，并在此撤回。我祝愿罗博士和细胞治疗研究基金会在肌母细胞移植治疗肌萎缩症方面取得更大的成功。